Greetings, you people, hello my king. I was going to how has it been this Briarstone, and do indeed welcome you to Sunday morning heroes. Everybody is about to begin. We have with us once again Quill18.
Hey folks.
And we have Demonac.
Greetings.
And Abella in the background apparently whining. And a kiss for luck.
Good morning.
Alright. Oh, let's get some FaceTime. Without further ado, in 3 and 2 and 1, and faces. Faces everywhere. Everybody's face is good? Everybody's face? Well, mine's not good, but whatever.
I have no face today.
Fantastic. So
You gotta have faith for faith for faith.
Yes.
Face. Baby.
Right. So I was going to quickly mention about what happened last time. Hey, Bells. In regards to the end of the mystery, you solved the mystery, and the mystery was indeed put into a conundrum with a certain handyman dwarf. Right. That is what happened.
A conundrum?
Yeah. Well,
what's the conundrum?
The conundrum was I don't know. What's the conundrum? A conundrum is a thing that happens that you didn't want to happen, I guess. Is that a conundrum?
It's more like a being stuck, like having to make a difficult choice or something like that.
Well, that works too then. Because the conundrum was for the dwarf.
The choice is he's guilty, right?
Yes. Yeah, the choices that he has made has led him into being a guilty party for this whole thing. And you did it quite successfully. In terms of overall being quiet, keeping it hush-hush, the best that the widow would want to do, it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good. Also, the interesting thing is I don't think anybody was killed. Hey, one second. Let me just...
I don't believe so. One guy passed out. He just...
Yeah, there's one guy who's going to be eating soup crooked for the rest of his life, but...
Oh yeah, come in and whine with me. That's good. What do you want?
She's trading places. Alright. Very good. I'm getting myself some new batteries. These are now dead.
Oh.
Organization.
Yeah.
So one moment while I figure out my headphones.
Yeah, so we finished up last week. We caught the... We found the real keys, which were hidden up in the attic, and we basically got the handyman to pretty much try and run away once we found them. Like he knew he was in trouble. His footprints were the only ones up here, pretty much. He had admitted to being up here. There was no sign of anyone else. So.
Well, he never really thought that it was going to be a problem with his footprints because, he's the handyman. If anybody asks, why are you here? He's like, well, I did this, I did that, fix this,
Yeah.
It's all about his alibi for being anywhere was to, he had an alibi for everything. He had a reason to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was annoyed that he'd been using that shadow magic or whatever in the bar area, which should have been setting off alarms and stuff like that. And I'm annoyed that at the time I didn't think to when we were talking with Jalaska, to just cast some harmless but obvious spell and see if the alarm would go off or not. Because if the alarm didn't go off, that would have bolstered the argument that someone had turned it off.
Right.
Wondering if that's what he did, but we should question him and find out if he just turned off the alarm or if he had some crazy hacks that allowed him to.
Yeah. Well, you basically have him in custody. There's nothing he can do. I mean, he's a pretty adept fighter for his citizenship, if you want to call it that. He's a civilian of sorts, but he's not just a civilian. But he is surrounded right now. He is indeed outmatched, and he knows it. He's not going to try to run. He'll just get shot down. He realizes. But he doesn't. He keeps his lips tight right now because. I don't know, he's doing the whole plead the fifth or something, I don't know, maybe he wants a lawyer, who knows, but he is not opening his mouth. So if you ask him questions, he's not saying anything.
Yeah.
Now, I did actually sort of expose some things out of turn, out of order, in the ending of the last video when I had said that, he was upset about this, that, the other thing. You guys already know this knowledge, but in character right now, you don't really know. Because he hasn't really said why he did what he did.
I mean, we may be able to take that approach because we've read the books and because we know that he's never gotten a pay raise and the people above him keep getting a bigger slice. We could go and sort of ask him That. Who wants to be good cop?
Good cop, bad cop, and ugly cop. Who's gonna be ugly cop?
Hush. Bella, we'll stick the
Oh,
dog
Eric
on
will be
him.
the ugly cop.
Stick the dog on him. Oh, God.
I mean,
Hush.
isn't our work here done?
Well, technically,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could stay here and partake of some respite, if you will. Wait for an Alaska to get back. You don't know when Alaska is going to return. He could return tomorrow. He could return in a week. So you can stay here until that time. There is plenty to do in terms of rumors to find out certain rumors, which of course will be plot hooks. So you know that. And there's also the horses, if you guys wanted to buy a horse. And I want to you guys would probably already know this anyway, but because we discussed it this morning off camera about the griffins. I had mentioned griffins earlier, about being able to go and get griffins if you wanted to ride them. Apparently the only way you can do that is if you go and pay 600 gold for an egg. Right? You have to take the egg, you have to hatch the egg, and then it only bonds to you, and you're the only person who can ride it for the rest of its life. Right? So that is the deal with that. So it's expensive, first of all. Second of all, it takes time. You'll have to, obviously, hatch the egg. You have to take care of it.
What do they cost? The eggs?
600 gold.
It's an expensive omelet.
It's a very expensive omelet. If it goes wrong, you can just scramble it. But yeah. So that's what it will take. But it's kind of cool.
Okay, so not this morning, but maybe for future reference.
Mm-hmm.
I have a griffin in Ark, though, so it's okay.
There you go.
Oh, God.
So yeah. One other point of interest would be for Lasan. Lasan, you did know that your brother, because he came and played the night before.
I know.
He came in and played. You don't know if he's still in the town. You can go and try to find him. Or at least
Maybe he's playing for more than one night. I mean, it's hard to imagine that a troop would come out to a location like this, several days travel, just for a one evening show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably here like all week. Try the veal.
Yeah, so he could definitely still be here in the town. So if you start asking around for that sort of thing, you might find out.
Do we want horses?
I think we would definitely want horses, but we don't actually have to leave right away. We might want to stay until Nalaska comes back so we can get properly paid and rewarded. We can keep an eye out just to make sure that this is all that's going on. Like, I think we'll take a more relaxed approach to the investigation, but still keep our eyes open.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Eric and Alexi can spend a little bit of time bonding, without us being roving the countryside.
Oh,
Yeah, just like immediately running off and like smashing things or
Yeah,
like
because
knocking
we're
down
gonna get separated and
like,
things. Yeah,
stay in the room.
Yeah.
We'll-
Yeah, so for Alexi too, when you guys do decide to go in whichever direction do you go, are you going to bring Alexi, or are you going to like tell Alexi to go back home to Waterdeep or something? That's the other thing.
It would be good to get him home to Waterdeep. He could hang out with our sister in the shop there.
Mm-hmm.
But, I would still love to know what was going on in that time. He doesn't seem to remember much of.
Yeah, he also seemed a little confused about certain things.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Find out some of that. So.
Something else to keep in mind is Loudmouth.
Yeah, we don't know what happened with him. The that guy who claimed to have lost his memory that we found in.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen him since.
Nope.
Yeah, that's pretty suspect.
Mm-hmm. So, you guys, I mean, the thing is suspect in what terms exactly is interesting. He could obviously have been part of the Zentarum, and maybe he has a mission that he needed to fulfill, and maybe he has now done that. You returned him here, he's nice, safe and sound, but the problem is he doesn't have his memory, or at least you think, I'm pretty sure, you're pretty aware that he doesn't have his memory. So what is he doing? There's that sort of angle.
There's that, and yeah, we probably should check the handyman's room and everything like that. I mean, maybe he was stashing most things up here, but we'll have to check his room and everything too. And we really do want to find out what he took from Nalaska's room. That's probably another thing that we do actually have to.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a red herring, but we obviously need to check.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't open the door for nothing.
Open the door, so it seemed like someone was trying to get in there, which meant we were we would look there and not the attic. I mean, if he just opened the door and it didn't do anything with it, there wouldn't be any evidence, right?
Right.
That's
But yeah,
true.
we have to check. We can't assume that.
Well, I will go ahead and give you guys a total. There is a total of gold in the chest that you found in the attic, right? So you guys can do money or math later. The amount of gold that is there is 500 gold.
Okay.
Okay, there's an
Okay.
even quantity of 500 gold pieces. And,
Right.
Um,
But I mean, that's not for us.
no, you're trying to figure out where it come from. So once you start looking around and figuring that out, yeah, that's
Okay,
that's
so
the
we're
total.
back to doing books.
No, we might be back to like beating someone with a sack full of copper coins.
Oh, okay.
Discussion.
Like, I actually say that out loud. Like you say, are we going back to books? And I say that.
Okay.
By the way, I'll be the bad cop in this particular
well, we
scenario.
knew that.
I mean, the widow has a reputation to maintain.
That's right. That's right.
Doesn't mean
She
she'd actually do
probably
it.
has a reputation here too. This guy probably knows of her or about her. So,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We just
Everyone
got
would have
generosity.
happened to Attic,
15.
though.
okay. So we just that with the guys still here. We've got the dwarf here in front of us.
Yeah, we got guards.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I am with the most blinding headache. I am barely functioning this morning. I'm having a hard time even following your whole sentences here.
No.
Anyway, so I mean, we can ask him. You know, the gold that's here, was this stolen from the vault? Well, we know it was. We know. You know, we've kind of caught you red-handed here. Is there anything you want to tell us to make things easier for you? And you know, it kind of
established that there was nothing missing from the vault. Like all the books there seemed fine.
Pretty tight.
That's-
Yeah.
yeah.
But anyway,
So
I mean, you guys did mention earlier about taking the tack of maybe appealing to what he probably was thinking when he did all this, in terms of like everybody else gets a raise, they get money, but he doesn't get any money. You can take that tack if you want. See if you can
yeah,
open him up.
you should be sympathetic towards them.
Yes.
You'll be the bone cop.
the who?
Bone cop. There's a movie here. It's Bad Cop, Bone Cop. It's there's a murder that happens on the border of Ontario and Quebec, and so there's a cop from both sides that have to team up and do things.
Oh, that would be
sequel.
terrible.
They have a sequel as well. Yeah.
Bang, bang, wait.
Oh
Okay.
God.
So you'll be the bone cop. You
So
relate
we'll
to them. You'll
just-
be like, yeah, man, it sucks.
Yeah, we just say, you know, is there anything you wanted to talk to us about to make things easier for you? Kind of look over to Tao, you know, and kind of put my hand back, like, you know, just let him get the impression that, you know, we're probably going to have to hold her back because
I'll be like, oh,
you know
fine,
what
and I'll
she's
storm
like,
out of the room.
you know.
But you better squeal or I'll be back.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. You know, looking over the books, we did see that. I don't know. You've had a hard time. I mean, okay, I get it, right? Look, my dog gets it.
Everybody gets it, apparently.
Everybody gets it. Here, sometimes you just need a treat. You know, we get that, but
Well, okay. Well, let's see. Give me a persuasion check. I think that's probably proper.
oh God, yeah. I hope she's better than me today. Persuasion, that's a skill, right?
Yes.
Persuasion.
And that okay. So what you get from him is you can see it in his face, whatever, where he's like he realizes what you're trying to do, and he's sort of, kind of, almost about to break. It almost seems, but he seems to like reel it back in just in the off, because he's starting to realize that would implicate him. He could stand trial, or he can just, you know, start saying that he's basically guilty right now. So instead of fully just disclosing everything, he does say that yes, no, every things in this place have been quite unfair for a long time.
Gosh.
That's what he says.
You know,
So-
and unfortunately, sometimes, you know, asking for a raise is maybe a better choice than taking it upon ourselves. We're kind of in a bad position here now, where we're going to have to do something about you. Oh,
Found keys in his chest. Only you've been up here. See footprints.
else? No.
Everyone kind of knows what happened with these keys.
Oh yeah, keys. Forgot keys.
I'm gonna get Bells. 1 second.
I think she's got to go outside, I'll be honest. Yeah, because she was crying at his door. She doesn't do that. I think I've distracted her with the cookies, but I think she's just got to go out. There she goes. Cute little puppy. Big noisy puppy.
Got a
Okay.
lot to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So in terms of what was the last thing, Eric? You said something.
I have no idea.
Boy, now I even lost it now.
It's going to be a great morning, folks.
I
You saw it.
was mentioning that the key that he's the only one who's been up here.
Mhm.
We found the keys. It's pretty clear who put the keys here.
Right. Yeah, because he's the only footprints. He looks at you and he says, "Wow, it could have been set up." Once you look around even more.
Well, who
Right.
else has access to turn off the magic alarm? You know, down in bar area.
Was it actually turned off when you went to test?
We haven't actually tested it because that is something I was like, oh, we should have done that at the time. So now I am just acting as if we have tested it.
Right. Give me a deception check.
Deception? Okay. Aha!
All right.
Nice job.
All right. You can.
This, if I'm correct, this works really well. If I'm wrong and it wasn't turned off, it may not work so well.
Very good. All right. So what you get from him is.
It was like, yeah, like who else could turn off the alarm? Who else has access to that?
Is that your question to him?
It was along those lines.
Okay. Right. So what he says is, I know how to turn off, or get around at least the alarm. That's what he says. I know how to get around the alarms, but I'm not the only one. That's what he says. But anyway, the count of 500 gold. If you guys want to look into this further, one of the things, just roll a wisdom check. All three of you, just roll a wisdom check.
Okay.
Good roll.
Buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Do.
And we have one more, which is okay. Everybody's over 10. So you're quite sure that, given the current circumstances and everything, one of the things you might want to do is now go back, and since you have a culprit, or at least a suspect, a very good suspect, you can go back to Chalaska and maybe clear up some things and see what further happens there.
Isn't she with us?
Chalaska, no.
You know, she sent a guard who talked to us, and then we sent that guard back with a message. But I don't think we actually met up.
No.
I think she's still in her room.
Yeah. She never
I
actually
thought
left the room.
we'd made up after like realizing something.
We had made up, but it was done like through a messenger. Like she didn't actually come out.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So,
Yeah, because she's in quarantine there with several guards on the people on her side to protect her, just in case things go even further south. But there is some amount of understanding that has come about.
yeah, so
Due
if we
to
could go down there
resilience.
and return the keys,
Yeah, there's that. That would
That
probably
would
be a big help.
everything back up.
All right. So at this point, maybe the widow will storm back into the room
Mm-hmm.
and say, like, "All right, that's it. I've waited long enough. What you're going to do is you're going to show us everything that you've taken and everywhere where you've stashed goods."
And intimidation check.
Yeah. I'm actually not as good at this as I used to be in Tau 1.0.
Be fine.
kind of annoying.
That's
16.
Yeah. No.
Enough.
I'm gonna say that he will. The problem is he has a good bonus to that. That's the problem.
Well, we can lock him up.
You storm back in. You say, "Show us what else you have taken." But he hasn't really said that he has at this particular point, he hasn't really said that he has taken anything. Not to your characters. Again, I sort of like jumped the gun last stream, telling you guys, so you wouldn't actually know this stuff that he is indeed guilty.
No, I don't know it. That's why I want him to show it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same what I just did with the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to just request. He says, "I would like to. If you're going to accuse me of anything, then accuse me, and then lock me away until an Alaska gets back, because I'll talk to him."
So we just got to lock him up and continue searching this place.
Yeah.
Starting with, well, I would say he's not going to take. I wouldn't think he would take evidence straight back to his own room and display it nicely on the dresser for us. But
Right.
I mean, we'll have to search that and every other back out of the way freaking place in this great big freaking building.
Well, in the effort to sort of move the story along, where do you guys want to? What do you want to do first? You want to go talk to Chalaska, or do you want to go and check out the rooms, like the Nalaska's room, or do you want to check out the dwarves' room?
I would say lock him up, let Chalaska know what's going on, and get her and the guards in on the search.
Okay.
Or get her at least in on the search. Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we made up, but I think we can get her fully back on our side. Give her the keys. We've got to get suspect
I mean, the thing is, we can actually confirm that there was actually someone stealing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that, like, we weren't just causing trouble for her. There was a legitimate thing going on.
Yep.
Let us help you.
Yeah, so we can, let her be the front man for all the glory or whatever. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
When it goes public, whatever.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so if that's the tack you guys are going to take, let's see, how do I do this? I go there. Okay, you guys lock up the dwarf, make up with Chalaska, guards help with the search. And you find out pretty shortly that all things adding up come to really implicate the dwarf. Like, really implicating. The dwarf is pleading right now that there's somebody else trying to frame him, but then, he has no evidence to that. And he's requesting to wait until Nalaska gets back before he, talks anymore about certain things.
Well, wait until Nalaska comes back before we hang you.
Oof. Yeah.
Bad cop.
Bad cop.
Although, honestly, what are the Zents going to do to him? Pretty much that.
Yeah, you don't really know what will happen.
Maybe they might hire him if he's that good at getting through all their magic stuff. He'd be one hell of an asset. I don't know.
There is a side to that. Yeah.
Should ask him to come hanging with us.
What? Hang everybody together. We're gonna. Okay, you heard it from the son. Now they're gonna hang together. Your brothers might be sad about that, but to each their own, I guess.
Oh my god.
So, yeah. Do you guys want to stay in town until Nalaska gets back? Do you want to be a part of that?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, again, we'll stick around. We'll give Eric and Alexi a chance to bond. We'll keep an eye out open to see if there's any evidence of anything else going on. But I mean, more chill and low key. And Nalaska's probably got a reward for us. So
plus, even without the reward idea, you want to wrap it up with him so that it doesn't get portrayed differently by someone else when he shows up.
Yeah.
Also,
it's better to be there when he arrives.
Being in his ear directly instead of other people.
Yes.
Okay, well, fair enough. In the meantime, a few things that you guys can do. You can procure the horses. If you want to buy horses, you can do that. You have I'm pretty sure you have enough money to buy 3 horses, at the very least. Mm-hmm. Secondly, if there's any other types of purchasing of items that you want to go here, the markets change every other day, right? There's going to be new items there, so if I can roll on the table again to see if there's anything else that you want to buy. Usually, though, if it's going to be a magical item, of course, it's going to be pretty expensive. But at least you'll know who has it and who at least has it. And if you want to rob them on the way somewhere, so you could do that.
Like fancy schmancy book.
Yeah, like fancy schmancy book.
Just per se.
And there's also the angle that if you look for rumors, you can get some ideas, some gossip happening. Also, Lisanne, you can look for your brother if you can find him in the town still.
Funny for the brother. Well, I don't know. We can go. I can go buy horses. Horses tack grain in saddlebags, whatever. And if I remember correctly, Eric doesn't ride very well. It's something really big and very quiet for him, right?
Yeah, I'm clumsy at it. I can stay on the horse. It's fine.
I remember something about you trying to throw yourself across the horse and your legs are stuck out, and we were trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, that's trick riding, right? That's trick riding.
I didn't do a lot of riding before my legs were paralyzed, and I did some when they were paralyzed, but that didn't exactly teach me how to ride.
He says I can put shoes on a horse.
It was just flop on there and don't fall off. It was
I had a blacksmith once. He couldn't ride either. He says, "No, I put shoes on the horse. I have no reason to get on the horse."
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah, makes total sense.
Put shoes on the horse, and I put shoes on my feet, so therefore I'm going to use my feet. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, understood.
Oh, God.
Although metal shoes are pretty heavy.
Yeah, they would be.
Oh, God.
Very good for getting rid of people, though. Unless,
So
of
it's
course,
3
you're in
horses.
this town, then you can just get rid of people by shoving them into the vault. Apparently.
Apparently.
Who knows? There's
What's
corpses
3
in
horses going to cost me?
there. 3 horses will cost you 300.
But no.
Oh, sorry.
Riding horses are 75 gold each.
Are they 75?
Yeah.
Also,
Craft
if
Horses
you
are
want to,
50. Riding horses are 75.
Okay.
if Lasan, you are also from a farm and everything, so I'm going to give this option to you in terms of being able to find the best horse, and you're going to be able to you'll be able to haggle for the horse if you want to do some haggling. Do a we would call it persuasion check, I guess.
Okay. Check out their teeth and pick up their feet. I got
Yeah.
this.
Take a look at them.
This one I know. Will the dice reflect this?
Yep,
Yeah,
that is
not
good
great.
enough. That is going to be less 10%. So let me just do that in my head. If it's 75 less 10%, it's 7 gold. 4 or 5 gold.
Just round up to 70 gold.
No, I'm going to say 68 gold.
Okay.
You get 3
All right,
horses.
well-
You get 3 horses, 68 gold
Okay.
each.
I'll take 68 gold out of my thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we don't
Just
need you
gonna
to
start
pay
buying?
for all our horses.
Yeah.
Works out. All right, so now
We
you guys
all
can ride from point A to point B a lot quicker.
Like we don't have so much stuff that we need a 4th horse or anything like that. To haul things or anything. I don't think so.
Back up with Gira.
Oh, what about for your brother?
I think we could. Well, okay. We may need him to share a horse with somebody less heavy than me, but I'm sure he can share a horse while we have him.
There's caravans all the time. If you ever wanted to part ways here and leave your brother to go to Waterdeep, you could easily get him on a hired caravan, which would have guards and everything too. If you put him on your
Yeah,
buddies.
I'm gonna find out way more about that before messing around with that stuff because I don't know if he has any combat skills or something. If they were training him or whatever, or I frankly don't know that much about what he was doing when he was hanging out with my dad growing up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I really need to figure out, what was going on in that time between when he was taken and why he was taken, and then what's happening.
There's a bit of an issue. If you wanted to talk to him, just briefly, we'll say that it feels like there's a gap, right? There's a gap in his memory, but that gap seems infinitely long. It seems like a really long time period, but there's a gap, and it's hard for him to explain what's going on in his head. But he feels like he's done several other things. But you say, and he knows quite inherently that he was frozen in stone. But he feels like he was doing other things. Even though he was frozen in stone, he feels like there was a life being lived somewhere in there that's all he can pretty much explain to you. Yeah.
That's very odd.
It feels like it didn't just end for him, but he can't remember what it was. So when you guys rescued him, there's something in his head that he feels like was happening, but he doesn't recall what it is.
It's really messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Alexei, we need to get you back to the shop. You can stay with Clara and her friend and take care of you there, but I I think maybe you get the idea. It's not safe to stay with us. It's not safe to stay with me. You know, I tried to. I found you. I tried, but I'm starting to get worried. I don't know. Done some weird things, and you know how Father was. Well, maybe you didn't. Father was kind of different for you. I get these urges now. Break things. It's not good.
Right. All right. So yeah, he listens intently, and he's regarding what you're saying, and he understands what that means too, in terms of like if it's dangerous to be around you, there's going to be a point where you guys have to go your separate ways again.
Yeah, he understands that part of it. I don't know, but yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't know the rest of it. Yeah, he doesn't know all of what you're getting at because you're being kind of vague about certain things. Especially, obviously, I guess you don't want to talk about your patron.
Yeah, I don't know too much about that. Although at this point now we've been sharing a room, so I'm sure he has actually seen the markings. He could ask about them.
Okay, all right. Okay, so if you expose those, he will definitely ask about that. Obviously, because he cares for you. Like, so yeah. What happened? What is that?
I got involved. There was some weird. It's hard to explain. It's some kind of unnatural thing that has been helping me. It's been making it easier. But I think, from here on out, it may get worse. When you were taken, when there was an attack and Father was killed in the shop, I was hurt. I got stabbed in the back, and my legs did not work for like at all. And all the healers, they couldn't do anything. They tried. So yada yada yada. 6 months later or so, I gave up on finding healers in that, and then this thing helped me out. It made a bit of a deal. I got these weird marks, and it makes legs work again. It's good that way.
Yeah. Yeah. You kind of get the idea that when you say a bit of a deal, you see a. Give me an insight check, just to see whether or not you get this.
Yeah.
And Tao and I are outside the door listening like this. That's why we're hearing this stuff.
Yeah. We're through that.
We're going to finally find out what the hell's going on with
Whoa!
Whoa!
Wow. All right. Well, that is interesting. All right. So yeah, you when you say a bit of a deal, you notice a sort of a glint in his eye, in your brother's eye, or whatever, and you kind of get the impression. No, actually, you don't kind of get the impression. You absolutely know. You feel it inside of you that he knows what you're talking about. Like, exactly what you're talking about.
What's wrong with your family?
Lots of things, but...
Yeah.
So, what is it?
What is what?
I know it's kind of strange, but, what I have to do.
What do you mean? What, sorry? There's a question.
I just ask him, what is it? Just to, because I know that he knows something. I'm just trying to prompt him, see if he wants to say anything about it.
Right. Okay. He will. I wasn't expecting a 20. I should always expect a 20. I don't know why I don't. How do I say this? What do you do? All right. He will.
20 automatically succeeds. It doesn't mean that I have to, it doesn't mean that it does more than I could normally do with a skill check, necessarily.
But it's a 20. I almost feel like it deserves extra stuff. It's like flawless.
A moment of perfect clarity.
Yeah.
Is what's going on here.
Brotherly bond, even though we didn't spend as much time together as we could have. Right. May not know him so well in other ways, but there's some part of what makes us the same that I just saw in that moment.
All right. All right. So what he'll say is he seems to look. He's looking at you, but he's looking through you, and he says, "Should we tell him?"
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Right? Okay.
Oh, this gonna be good.
All right. So
You have voice too.
Is that why something went in, like, why you got that opportunity in the
Did you-
first place?
Did you have voice before Shop was attacked? Before you were taken away, or is this something new since then? 'Cause I didn't have voice until I make deal and fix legs.
right. Shit. How do I do this? Because there's a certain amount of stuff I don't want to give away, but at the very same time, maybe I do want to give it away.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Well, our ears are firmly pressed against
Right. I
the
know.
door.
I know. All right.
Wow.
Okay, no, so what happens? This is what happens. Instead of him speaking up and saying stuff, you hear the patron in your head right now. And
Okay.
the patron speaks to you and says,
Different patron.
no, it's the same patron.
Oh, because that would have been crazy.
Yeah, no, it's the same. It's the same patron, who says, "My designs for your family's safety has always been my foremost concern." Yeah, and
Is very reassuring.
Yeah, that's what your patron says. Okay, that's how you respond. And so Alexei, what Alexei does is, and you guys are okay. For clarification, right now, Tao and Lasan, you guys are not in the room.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we're listening outside the door.
Well,
apparently.
I think in practice it's probably not really
reasonable
for us to be listening, but
right. Okay,
we want to be.
Yeah. All right. So
great image, right?
right. I was just making sure
Eric's gonna open the door and we're both gonna fall into the room.
Yeah. Just like the door just gives way, whatever. Rusty hinges because the handyman was doing other things, wasn't paying attention to the door.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So right before your eyes, Alexei disappears. He just he fades away.
I can do that too.
And
does he just turn invisible? Because I see invisible, right?
No. Actually, he goes away in front of your sights, whatever, and you feel like you're hosting somebody else.
What?
Yeah.
What?
He's possessed you?
What is going on?
You hear Alexei's voice inside your head. It says, I will
I'm
be...
inside you now. This has become
I'm inside you
supernatural.
now. No. He says, I will help you make the weapon.
Is that Alexei's voice?
That is Alexei's voice.
But I don't understand. I just wanted to save you. What are you? Are you okay? What's...
Totally okay.
Where are you?
One of the things that he does remember, he tells you, is that he does remember being very, very concerned about his family when he was taken off. And before, there's that part that he does remember. So he does talk about that. And he does say to you that in his concern, he was approached by a patron. Mm-hmm. The same one that you have right now. In fact, you just make that connection. And there was a pact that he wanted to make with that patron to look over, protect his family. So it wasn't just in your effort alone that got this patron to you.
So that's why he showed up. Oh, man.
That's why the patron showed up in the first place. Because Alexei made the first deal to help make this weapon, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And that's Alexei's pact. That's his part of this whole thing. Interestingly enough, though, Alexei can pop in and out of corporeal form, which is not saying that he's dead. He is still the Alexei. He just has this power. This is his power that he can do.
Wow.
So
I guess you're not going back to Waterdeep.
I will do whatever you want me to do. but when the time comes, I will need to be with you.
Do you know any more about it? Do you know about this thing this patron?
Yeah, you almost feel like it's a weird sort of sensation that you got going on right now. It almost feels like somebody's moving around, like not physically moving around, but like metaphysically moving around inside of you. Almost feels like you get this idea that there's a clipboard and a pencil or something. He's taking inventory. So of the things that
look around it, that's so weird because he's going to see how different my perception of our father is than his, because Bogdan, for all of Alexei's life, has been like always like he was kind of like the favorite child. He was always taking care of him and just like unconditionally loved him. And for Clara and Eric, it was different because I mean he was always like, he wasn't like a terrible guy necessarily, but he was definitely more of the like physically punishing kind and short with us and stuff like that. And he like more physical with Eric, but he hit Clara a couple times too. But it's like he wouldn't tolerate when we messed up. It would always come back on us. If Alexei messed up somehow, it would always be okay because our mother died when Alexei was born, and basically Bogdan had made this choice that like he had to either just like decide to love this kid unconditionally, or he would just come to hate him because he's the reason that his wife was gone. He never connected with anyone the way he connected with our mother. Yeah, he definitely didn't connect with us that way. Yeah. So that was like kind of a conscious choice, but it meant that Alexei had a very different life. He was like, 7 years younger. I forget the time frame, but something like that, younger. So he was always like going around with Dad and going to see all these important people and stuff like that, and he was always glowing praise of him. So it's a very different perspective seeing if he's actually in there and poking around, and if he can see bits of that from like how Eric perceives the man.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it becomes a thing that he can do, maybe he will do. But currently, right now, he is not probing your memories. He's not probing. He's not doing that. He's taking inventory in terms of the things that you now possess. So he knows, for instance, that you have this war pick, which I had named, but I forget the name of it now.
Iron Fang.
Iron Fang. He knows that you have that.
I have the haft from the elemental thing.
Exactly, you have that. So that's what he's doing. He's just taking up inventory there, and he says to you, he says, "We are incomplete, but."
Okay, what do we need?
How does he do this now? All right, because he has a bit of knowledge that is beyond you. Because, well, he also knows, because he heard stuff.
Yeah.
So the question might be, why do you need this weapon?
It's an interesting thing.
Oh God!
I haven't dealt too much with the why part. Eric wasn't all that concerned with it. Actually, I wasn't expecting any of this at all. I was expecting that, like, now that we've got Alexei, Eric was gonna get much more. Like, he saw that was his goal, and he did that. And now suddenly he was started to get much more curious about these crazy powers and like what this thing was about. So I was gonna start like trying to find sages or look into it or something, but this is taking a whole way different turn.
Yep. Well, he still doesn't know. He's very honest about not knowing what happened when he was frozen, and he doesn't know why he feels like he's had all this extra stuff happen to him while he was. It's this big blank, but it seems like such a huge time has passed. So he doesn't know any of that. He's true about that.
If he can do this not corporeal thing, then even while he was stoned, he could have actually been doing stuff, which is messed up.
Yeah, or maybe even against his will. Who knows that bit? Somebody else using him, manipulating. Who knows? But the interesting thing is that he does say that you don't have everything you need to make the weapon. So, if you want to leave him in Waterdeep, that is where he will go. But just come back and get him when you need him, because he will need to be there. And your patron also supplies that information as well. The pact is not just with you.
We will know when then. Is Clara involved in this?
Clara is not involved in this.
Okay. It's already too much. Maybe I guess you can take care of self if you take caravan back. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should go back and see Clara. It'd be good.
It's
Good for
been
you
a
to be
long
home.
time.
Yeah, I think that's probably best thing then. I'm sure I'll find out when we need you.
Yes.
Okay.
When you need me, I'll be there, is what he says. And
okay.
so then you see him appear right before you again. And yeah, that's that.
Wow.
I don't know if that's the perfect way of doing it, but that is that. Okay.
Okay, that is wow.
That's I love patron deities for that reason. I mean, they're just like, what is going on? You can always like play around with that.
That's insanity. Okay. Oh, maybe what we'll do is we'll sort of hang out in town until because we were thinking Nalasker is going to be back in a week or something. I don't know if we actually had any reason to believe that.
Yeah, no, he didn't say exactly when he would be back. He just said that he would be back. And maybe he's never late. Well,
He arrives always when he wants to.
yeah.
Precisely when he's supposed to.
He's a wizard.
He's a wizard. All right.
So maybe we'll plan to sort of like just hang out and try and I don't know, just catch up and not be as weird about this stuff for maybe like a week or so, and then he can catch a caravan around then.
No, okay. And he's totally okay with this plan.
It gives us some time, and then.
In fact, he does tell you as well what he's going to do when he gets back to Waterdeep is he's going to try to find somebody who can release those memories.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Possible.
Yeah, I'm sure Clara and Samantha should. They'll be a nice place to stay. They did get tired of me, but you're probably less annoying.
He just chuckles at that. All right. So very good. That's that bit.
Okay.
And now we're going to probably look into Lasan. Lasan, you're moving around right now. I'm guessing trying to find your brother, or
Trying to find my brother. Yeah.
You're asking about your brother? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I figured if we've opened the inn again, have we opened the inn again? Is everything back to normal?
Yeah. You guys have the
At
keys.
this point.
You're using those keys, and they obviously, yay, it's a good idea.
Yes.
They work. As they're supposed to function. So you can open up the gate again if you guys want to open up everything and let all the people back in. It's a little late now, and people are quite irritated.
Yeah.
But,
shit happens.
yeah, and then that's just it. Like, there's a bunch of guards moving in and around, so they're probably going to get some idea that something big went down, but they don't know exactly what. So yeah, you open up. Everything starts to function as proper.
Okay.
People that move in back and forth in between. There's taverns and such that you can check for rumors there.
And if my brother was playing at the inn, then somebody here would have hired him. So I will just ask.
Okay. So yeah, you find out very quickly that, and it's not unknown knowledge, because it turns out he's a very flamboyant individual when he's around and working.
He's a bard.
Yeah,
Head of the Greenwood.
Yeah, many people know him. So, at least they know him by face, and if he walks by, they notice. So you find out that he's staying at, I'll show you the building, he's staying at this building here. That's where he was staying, is there. So as you're moving through and you ask around and people here and like here or whatever, you find out that he's staying over here in this building right here.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just asked at the bar, you've hired him, where do the musicians stay? And they say, well, I think he's up the road. So I wander up the road and I find out he's in that center building.
Yep.
And go knock on the door.
Okay, so you go inside and you
what a beer.
You introduce yourself to the main innkeeper there, and you don't have to convince him. He notices some traits, some similarities there. So he knows that you're his sister, and he tells you what room he's in. So yeah, you can go knock on the door. Okay. So you do that. And he answers the door. And he says, "Oh, there you are. What happened the other night?"
Carwin, yeah, sorry, working. We're working. How am I going to say this? I was with a friend of mine. Had a job here. I was just helping out. I mean, and he knows I've been taking caravan guard jobs and stuff for years. So, just another job. I was about to say, Tao, the lady, my friend at the bakery, but we can't do that because she's the widow here. So, we'll just drop that part. So I just took a job, come down and help. Some losses going on. We're just finding out who did what.
Okay, very good. So he starts sizing you up and everything, and he's like, "You look tired."
Oh, that's just rude.
Me too. Yeah, well, it's been a busy few. I don't know, how long have we been on the road, guys? I know, a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's been a rough time.
Has it only been a couple of weeks? Jeez.
Yeah, it hasn't been all that long. I mean, well, we went to the big farm up north. What was that called? The Delmon, the Delmon Ranch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were up there for a while, and then down. Yeah, it's only been what, maybe 3 weeks or something. We've been on the road. It's been a tough 3 weeks. There's a lot of things going on. I don't know, weird weather, elementals, orcs attacking ranches in the north. The world's gone insane.
I had received some rumors there that there was an orc attack up north.
Yeah.
Just outside of. It gives the name of the town. I can't remember the name of the town right now.
Okay.
Belliard. That's what it was. Belliard. And just outside of Belliard, apparently there was a massive orc invasion. That was kind of creepy because before I was heading this way, I had a gig that I was going to do up in that direction, but I decided to do this one first.
And and stay off the river. Stay off the river. We came down the river from that area, and a lot of empty camps. Disappeared
Any idea
people.
What's going on?
Missing people. We fought elementals along the way.
Elementals.
Water elementals, yeah. And
Water.
we just did a whole bunch of earth ones.
So the spirits are angry then? That's what
Something.
That's what I heard, and I'm just saying that again. That must be true.
Stay off the river.
All right.
Off the river.
Well,
stick to the main roads. I don't know if that'll be any safer, but it certainly can't be any worse. So.
Well, if you went up north
and what have you
to
been
Belliard,
hearing? Where have you been? Pardon?
I was going to say, if you've been up north to Belliard,
yes.
Did you
Came right through there?
That's pretty close to our family's territory. Did you find anybody? Did you meet any one of our family?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which one. Give me a second. I have notes right somewhere. That was Govannon, right? The ranger we met up there?
No. Govannon was you met at the family farm, and he just went with you.
Okay. One of my brothers at Delman's, was it Delman's farm somewhere? One of my brothers has got the hand that's messed up.
That was Govannon.
That was Govannon. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can't remember who we met right now.
So what happened
Sorry,
was
guys.
you met with your father, actually. Your father.
Terrible.
Came
Oh
out
yes,
and
Dad.
Did the rescue
Dad.
thing.
Can you believe that?
Rescue.
Dad came out of the high. Is it highway? What's the big? The high forest. Dad
Right.
came out of the high
Oh,
forest.
things must have been like terrible for him to leave there.
It was kind of wild for a while. Govannon's got something wrong with his hands, turned to stone. I don't even know.
It's
I don't
funny
know.
that
The
you
world's
say that.
gone mad.
It's funny that you say
Why?
that because are you wrapped? Do you have your arm wrapped up? Because you have that issue sort of like going on too. Right?
Oh, that's right. I got something going on too, don't I? Oh, I had forgotten that.
Mm-hmm.
It was fuzzy this morning.
So you say that, you gestured or whatever.
Yeah,
He's looking at your arm. He's like, yeah, what
have you
is
seen
that?
anything like this in your travels? I don't know, and I can't heal it.
I forgot about that.
I don't know what that is. Although, have you seen a healer for it? I mean, I know that you're a healer. Sorry, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to. But have you seen somebody? Have you gone back to the forest?
Maybe you need a specialist.
Do I need a
You need a referral.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a no.
What did Father have to say about it?
A dermomancer.
He didn't.
Oh.
I don't remember anything prior. I don't.
Okay,
I
all right.
have
So,
no-
right, so when it
You
comes to
tell
your
me
father,
what Dad said
this
about it. I
happened
don't know.
after the fact.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Your
It was
father
later,
didn't see
right?
this. This is
Okay.
new. This is
okay.
This is
So
new.
Dad didn't see this. I didn't have that then. So I don't know what's going on.
Wow, like is this some sort of disease? He kind of like he visibly backs up a bit, just a touch there. He kind of.
Well, I don't think it's contagious. No one else has got it.
Well,
but,
you
I mean,
have
with
it, and your
all the-
and Govannon has it, so.
Oh, that's right. Maybe it's a family trait. You lucky boy.
No.
I don't know.
Right, so he's visibly kind of like hands off right now.
You haven't seen anything like this in your travels?
No.
Keep an eye if you do. Can you send me messages? Can you
Sure.
send something to
I
me?
should probably send you messages more
Or
often
send it to
anyway.
the farm?
Because if you're
Yeah.
moving around a lot, I'm moving around a lot. Maybe we can meet up
Yes. Beer.
again. Yes, always.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't know. The world's got. I mean, orcs are coming out of the mountains and attacking things. I don't know. The world. It's been kind of wild. It's been a very, very. I'm not sure what season we're in, Briar, but whatever season it's been really crazy.
He agrees with you. There's been some crazy things happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you seen? Like what?
Well, storms that either appear on the horizon. It look like they're coming our way, and they fade out before they ever get to me. Sunny days where a fire will start to just, appear. I have been down the road and a fire just went up. The whole forest went up in flames. We were going to camp, and then we had to move further on our camp. And we were afraid that it was just going to spread, and then it just stopped. Don't know exactly what's going on.
I don't know.
And
Yeah,
then Justin Trudeau swoops in. Yeah. All right. So, how else do I want to do this? So the Bard. He's there. Well, he tells you that he's going to be in town for a few more days there. He's got a few more gigs in and around the area that he wants to do. He has money to make, right? So he's going to be doing that. In fact, as you see him, he's like sort of suited up, buttoned up halfway. But as he's talking to you, he's buttoning up more or whatever, and he's getting himself together.
Okay.
It seems like he's about to go out again, and
you're about to play somewhere.
Yeah, he's
Cool.
about to go back and try again. That's what he says. He's going back to try again. He says, "I don't know what happened the other night when I saw you in the inn, and the barge ride in. But things apparently got really dangerous there for a second. Everybody had to leave. It was very chaotic, and I still made my money, obviously, because I get paid ahead of time. But I feel kind of bad. But anyway, I'm going back tonight.
I'll go too. Buy you a drink between sets.
Awesome. He hopes to see you there, and you can continue further conversations and catching up and such like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Tao.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes, Tao. Tao. How now, brown cow? I am thinking that... how do I do this? This is an interesting thing. Okay, between you and Chalaska, first off, things with you and Chalaska are very notably eased off. The pressure is really, really eased off. Being that, there is a suspect now, things tend to be sort of back in order. The guards that were split, some for you and then some for Chalaska, they're sort of intermingling again.
Right, the Civil War has come to an end.
Yeah, without any casualties. That was good.
Yeah.
In terms of if you obviously, I'm thinking you probably did at least continue some of the investigations there. You find out that 200 gold was stolen from the lockbox that was in the Lasker's room.
Okay.
So 200 gold was missing from there. And the reason that you know that is because there's an actual ledger place. Like
He's got his own set of books.
He's got his own books. Yep. So that was in there. So 200 gold was missing from there. Obviously stolen. And Chalaska, when she tells you that she was stolen from, there was 300 gold that was stolen from her. And this is why she knew that you guys couldn't have, or at least she suspected that you guys couldn't have been the culprit that was indeed insidious when she was with you the entire night when things went down, and then somebody stole from her. So it was kind of like telltale.
Oh,
that
couldn't have been us because we were with her.
Yeah, exactly. Even though
you're
having the argument, but you were still there with her. So
yeah.
So that sort of makes amends in that degree. But that does equal the 500 gold that was indeed stolen, and the keys that you found in the lockbox as well, up in the attic. That all sort of signifies that the dwarf was indeed suspect in the whole thing.
And as far as you can tell, nothing else has gone missing. Like there's nothing else unaccounted for.
Well, I haven't left my room as of yet, but we can make inventory.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a good idea. Who knows? He might have an accomplice. There could be something else. It just, before we leave, let's be thorough.
Right.
Make sure this is nicely resolved and tied up in a bow. And, yeah. Make sure Nalasker is happy at the end of all this.
Very good. All right, so, yeah, so you guys look around and you start, doing your general searching, your investigations and everything continue in and around the inn.
Yeah, I'm doing this while everyone else is interacting with their family, I guess.
Exactly, yeah. So that's fine. And you do not find anything else of importance. Nothing else left out of place. Ultimately, it seems like the dwarf was like the only person running the show when it comes to the number one guilty party, and maybe the only guilty party. That's all you tend to find there.
Don't forget to ask her about the magic alarm.
Oh yeah, you can ask her about that.
To confirm that it's still working. Also, yeah, it's a little weird that people can toggle it on and off.
Or however he was getting around it.
Mm.
That was my assumption. That might not be it.
Was he getting around it? Was he using any magic whatsoever?
Well, there was that shadow thing that did the swab.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
There was some kind of magic involved there. We don't know what it was, but it was something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you learn from Chalaska real fast that the alarm does not get shut off. It's on. It doesn't go off. But now that you've mentioned that there is there was something that you had noted as magic.
Yeah, can the dwarf even do that?
Yeah. So what she does is she goes around. She has a couple of hired guard that are casters, or at least they detect magic and such. So they have a couple of cantrips and everything. So she has them going in and around the inn, and she's having them cast spells, and it's an annoying thing.
Because the alarm keeps going off?
The alarm keeps going off, right? But then, they shut it off, and it comes on, it goes off, and goes on, and goes off. But eventually you find out that just almost right in the center of the inn proper, there was a gap. There's just a missing bit in the middle that if anybody stood there, if they knew to stand there, they could cast a magic spell, and then it would not go off. So it takes some amount of knowledge to do that, to know that that was even there. In which case, you did it a couple more times, and yes, it was indeed that way. It was just a spot. For some reason, there's a spot there that was safe to cast in, and you don't know why. And as she tries to recalibrate, not her specifically, but the person responsible for the alarm system in the first place, tries to recalibrate it today. Tries to recalibrate it. And for whatever reason, it does not make it in that area. That area is, for whatever reason, completely unable to be protected by...
Okie dokie. This is in the middle of the inn, like the main room?
Yep. Right in the middle of the inn.
Middle of the bar.
Yeah, I'm tearing open the boards underneath there. Like, is there an anti-magic stone or nail or something? Like, there's something going on here, and I want to know what it is because it's cool.
Yeah. Okay. So you start removing boards, aided by other people, in fact. So they start moving boards, and you look down underneath, and there's nothing there that you can see. There's nothing going on. Nothing different. You can see
On the floor above?
Could be. Let's check that.
Is it under a chandelier or something? Is it like...
yeah, roll a...
investigation?
Yeah. Investigation.
Yeah, that's it. We're trying to figure out what the hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone's got knowledge or arcana, that might also, fit in, what's the deal?
That is unfortunate.
We need, I was going to say, we need Eric's,
I have a passive 16 and I roll a 10.
supernatural vibe.
Bad day. She has a headache too. We're great.
Okay, by this time, I'm going to say that you guys did reconvene. I mean, you haven't been all day visiting and talking. So,
yeah.
Right, by this time, you guys definitely have enough time to get back together. And I will say that Eric's roll did, in fact, give him some amounts of he's determined that it is one of the light fixtures up above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna steal that light bulb. Well, not light bulb, but
yeah. So yeah, you go in to investigate the actual chandelier, and there is it's like the other sort of light fixtures. It has shiny fixtures and stuff like that, like not quartz or whatever, but shiny bits. And they just kind of crystal, I guess you can call it. And it's adorned. So yeah, so does this one, in fact. So you can start taking, I guess, it apart if you want.
Oh my goodness.
Or you can just
I
take
guess
the whole
one of
thing
those
down.
little drops. It would only need to be one of those little things, right?
Maybe.
No.
right, yeah. The crystal teardrop things.
Yep. So I mean, just for the sake of time, we can say that. Actually, give me an extra investigation check because this does require it.
Investigation or Arcana? Because some people
Actually, no, wait, it is Arcana. Sorry. Well, it's kind of both. But you already did the investigation check, so I'm gonna say that's good enough. Do the Arcana check.
Sun can keep her roll and just like
look at our investigation checks this time. A 21 and a 25.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah, now that I know what I'm looking for.
Yeah. And then
okay, 21.
Totally good. All right, so yeah, no, you are quite sure, Lassant. It almost seems like, I'm just gonna say it's not at all, but just for the sake of flavor and awesomeness, I'm gonna say that this looks almost elvish to you in make. Which is interesting. Mm-hmm.
What?
Do you remove it?
Well, yeah.
Okay. So as you go to grab,
so it's just one of the drops.
Here's what I wonder: is there any chance that? Well, I mean, I don't know. I was wondering if there's any chance that this is actually like.
Is it actually
something put in by like the Harpers or something like that? You know, like some other faction getting involved here. When I hear elf, I think more Harper, even though like they're probably mostly human.
Was Chalaska elf?
No, Chalaska's a human.
Okay.
What about Nalasker?
Nalasker was an elf, I think.
Yeah, he was elf or half elf or something.
Yeah, he was definitely elf, I think.
Hmm.
And you said this was like, was this literally at the dead center of the Barge Right Inn, or you just?
Yeah, it's not dead center, but it's in the middle-ish.
All right, it's not quite the same thing. If it was literally dead center, then maybe this thing would be actually the source of the alarm, and it just happened to have like a void ray under it or something.
Maybe we should just leave it and tell Nalasker about it. I mean, maybe it's something he's put in. Maybe we should just tell him that there is a thing, we have discovered this, and, you know, if it's something you've put in place so you can stand there and cast the spell if you need to, you know, we don't really know. Maybe we should just leave it and tell him about it.
Yeah.
But,
okay, that's fair enough.
Have someone watch this spot. Maybe put a table there.
Yeah, so if anybody has to or wants to cast, they have to stand on top of a table. That's kind of suspicious.
Yeah,
so,
I like it.
They'll be a little more noticeable, unless they're up there dancing. You know, get everybody dancing on the table, and then you won't know which.
Well, we'll know exactly which one because we know where it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look, and there seems to be some sort of motions that you have to do to cast. So that's something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, very good. So that bit of a mystery is sort of solved. That's okay. And yeah, so that's basically it now. You guys are just waiting for Nalasker, I guess, to come back. We can skip to another day if you wish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
That's
also
fine.
be looking around for like rumors and stuff like that. But I think we've had a full day this day.
Awesome. Okay, so this is the done day. And I will say that your brother comes back in and starts playing the music, and there is indeed a table.
I don't have any family to hang out with, so I'll mostly just be spending my time in the tavern, keeping an eye on the spot, any other activities, keep an ear out for rumors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is in the tavern, so we get to sit here and listen to my brother, have beer, and watch that spot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what's happening now. So you can play some music in your head, everybody. Just got that music. Is it good? Is it good? Just kind of like sway to it and everything. We're about to take a break because yes, we need to take a break, and we'll be right back, and we will continue on the next day, which is, well, this is the day that I get to be an asshole. So anyway, I'll be back. 1 second.
Right, the one day.
Just the one. Yeah.
Greetings, everybody. We have returned, and it is about time to get to the second portion of Sunday Morning Heroes. Here again with us is Quilliting.
Hey, folks.
And Demonek.
Greetings.
And the lovely A Kiss for Luck.
Good morning.
Alright,
Ish.
so. Well, I hope your headache's
Yes, it's
faring
still
better.
morning.
Yeah. It is, actually. Early morning when we get started here at the moment. I've had some coffee. I suppose more coffee wouldn't be a terrible idea. Let's go ahead and get some FaceTime continuum happening in 3, 2, 1, and faces everywhere. So. Well, actually, faces where they're supposed to be. Faces everywhere would be quite disturbing. Okay, so we have the interesting. When I said I was going to be an asshole, right? So I have to be. I have to be. That's my.
I
job.
heard that part. Yes.
Part of my job is indeed to be the asshole. So you guys just had a party. Party, yay! Great. Did anybody drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drink what?
Drink?
In the bar?
It's not a trick question. Just did you drink?
Had a beer, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
I think Tal's more of a tea drinker.
tea. Yeah.
I mean, she won't
you're
not drink,
teetotaler?
but
I don't know. That's why you kill people, man. All right.
T for trap. It turns out it was the T all along.
Yes. Well, okay. So for Lasan specifically is all I really wanted to know. You in your revelries with your brother and drinking and such like that, give me a Constitution check.
For a beer? You're a terrible person.
No, it might not just be a beer. You could have like indulged.
it starts with one beer, and then
What happens? Okay.
15.
Yeah. So you're okay.
It was almost 20. It thought about 20, and then I had the second beer apparently.
You hear a you awaken to the sound in your room there. Actually, I guess you all do, except no, Tao and you know what, Eric, give me a Constitution roll too. You did drink, so it's only fair.
Yeah.
It's only fair.
Hey.
All right, so okay, so you're both pretty subtle then. So Tao, you're wide awake, right? It is morning time and you're wide awake and everything is fine. I'm gonna say that Alexei is as well. Just waiting on Lasan and Eric to wake up. They're a little slower, not too slow though, because there's a rapping on the door. Brr, brr, brr.
Oh.
Like, sorry to disturb you. I have a message from what's your brother's name again? The bard?
Carwin?
Ed.
Oh, Ed is his stage name. Carwin.
Carl.
Oh, he would probably say Ed here. If it's from Ed, I'll know.
It's
who
probably
it
from
is.
Ed, yeah. I have a message from Ed. He is quickly leaving. He has apparently some concerns in Red Larch, and he wants to leave immediately. He was hoping that maybe you could meet him at the gates if you had time.
On the way.
Okay. So, yeah, you start getting ready. It takes you a certain
Yeah.
measure of time to get ready there. Is anybody accompanying Lasan out to the gate?
I'm awake. I don't know. You know what? I know her brothers.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Well,
you
you're
do.
strictly the widow, so.
Oh, right. That's true, too.
But
Yeah, they
I'll
don't
follow
know that-
anyway. I'll pretend. I'll play it cool, but that I don't know them. But
You'll be the lady I'm working
Oh,
for.
there's that. I'll just ask. Like, is something wrong? You want help? Or
I don't know. It said something's wrong in Red Larch. I'm afraid it might be my family, so I gotta go. Now, quick.
okay.
He's leaving. He was supposed to be playing here all week.
Yep.
So put
Yeah.
it that way. It's
are
long.
you leaving with him?
I don't know. I'm gonna go find out what's going on.
Okay.
He got some kind of message. I at least have to find out what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, so I think we're all.
You're all going? That's fine. Okay, so as you guys head out into the courtyard again, and you start seeing the hustle and the bustle around the city, I should say, I should probably go back a second. The keys for opening up and everything, are you guys still doing that, or you delegated that back to the normal people?
I think we can delegate it back.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we were pretty confident
Yeah.
that we found the culprit and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So good. All right. So there's the normal hustle and bustle about the city, but there's an interesting tension in the air. People are there's not the same sort of atmosphere. It just feels a little bit more depressive, or concerned. Yeah, tension, I guess, is the best word. So anyway, that's what you feel as you kind of move through. and you're going out to the main gate. If you do that, that's the number 1 gate. That is beyond the 3. So they're probably just getting the horses saddled up and and everything up that way. Is that where you're going? Yeah, you're just moving on.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we're going out.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
So, right. So as you get there, you catch him just in time. Good, because if you'd have rolled any worse on your Constitution save, you might have overslept a bit. But he's on the horse already, and he's getting ready to take off, and you catch his attention, and he quickly hollers back to you. Well, I don't know. Do you catch his attention? I should let you do your thing.
My brother?
Yeah.
Well, I hope I catch his attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said come and meet him,
good.
so I'm coming to meet him.
I just shouldn't assume, you are your character. So
Well, I'm hurrying along.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
all right. So he turns back to you, and you see him on the horse, or whatever. You can see it in his face. His face is kind of like scowling just a bit. And he says to you, "Did you hear the news?"
No,
No.
that's why I'm here. What's up?
Something has happened in Red Larch. Many people injured, dead. I don't know.
What?
Everybody has a different story. But I feel like I need to head back and at least check on the farm.
I feel like I would do that too. Yeah.
What the heck, man? Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
So yeah, there's.
so I look to, the widow is the lady that I'm working for, as far as he knows. So, yeah,
I have business in Red Larch as well.
I have to go home, guys.
Maybe we should
Yeah.
travel together.
Sounds good.
It may take us a minute to get ready.
Yeah,
Can you wait till I get to the stable and get our horses tacked up?
yeah, the roads are dangerous. Like, wait a half hour. Don't
Yeah.
leave without us. Wait a half hour. We'll travel
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
so that, nobody dies.
Yeah.
Although if we see any orc tracks along the way, we're going to have to stop and kill them because Bo.
Please.
Yeah. Bo needs justice.
Because reasons.
All right. All right. So yeah, give me a persuasion check. The son specifically.
I have to persuade my brother to.
Yeah, you have a bonus.
To wait a half hour.
Well, yeah, because he's super concerned.
They're like, dude, hold your horses.
Hey. All right, you got a bonus. Yeah, you easily convince him.
Oh, good.
All right, so he's going to stick around. He'll stick around for the half hour. Although he is very much pacing around. He gets off his horse and he's just kind of like,
Okay,
stroking his.
I'm
mane,
heading
like,
for the stables. You
We
guys
can-
pack us up. I'm going to
Yeah.
head for the stables. Brother, Carwin, come with me. Tell me whatever details you have while we get our horses tacked up.
Okay.
go.
So yeah, he comes with you. He leaves the horse and he delegates one of the other guys, the handlers, to hold his horse in place, whatever, to keep him calm. And he comes trotting up beside you. And he says specifically, he says, "I don't know all the details. I just know nobody really knows what exactly happened. It's just that there was some sort of something and
Accident, invasion, storm.
no, not an invasion as far as I know. It's almost like sabotage or like a
Earthquake,
terrorist
Firequake,
sort of an attack or something on the
waterquake,
city.
lightning quake.
What, like there was an explosion?
It's sort of an
something?
explosion. I don't know. Like it was, nobody said explosion. They said there's so much confusion. I don't know. I just know that I have to get back there and I have to check.
Well, what were the exact words you heard?
Yeah.
I heard that
What?
there's an attack
People are
on Red
dead.
Larch and that many people are dead or wounded.
Okay.
Okay, an attack on Red Larch. Okay.
And some people are coming in saying like maybe there was like a, what's the word? An earthquake or I can't remember. I don't know. Like it's just something happened. Some sort of supernatural event.
Okay. Alrighty,
Anyway, so run back. We're getting packed up. I gotta let Alexi know that like I know we planned to hang around for a while, but things came up again.
I will write a note to Nalasker.
Okay.
yeah.
Just quickly outlining, the details.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm sure Chalaska will tell him anyway, but I will also say, like, he is to forward all, like, reward to my contact in Red Larch. I would have preferred to do it in place to get, all the way paid, but my contact in Red Larch is the one who was the person acting as the recruiter and gave me the initial advance and everything, so.
Yeah. That dude that hired us to do this, not hired Tao to do this job instead of us, or instead of himself. You know what I mean?
Rose says everything changed when the Firequake Nation attacked.
Mhm.
Yes, I saw that.
And we'll have to make sure to pick up Gira.
Right.
Yeah,
yes.
I know.
You had
I was
a,
sitting there thinking, we got to convince my brother. We got to take just a slight detour before we head straight up the road. So
Indeed. Well, that's probably going to surprise some of them as well. Just as another aside, as you guys are getting all boarded up, some of the extra caravans, there are some caravans still coming in from Red Larch, at least from that direction. And they have interesting extra stories and everything to say about it. Some parts of buildings were destroyed. Like it's just like it was, in like there wasn't an army. There was just one guy says he saw them, and if you inquire further about that, he tells you. Well, actually, you don't have to inquire. Other people are inquiring. You overhear that the people coming in, they were carrying a what looked like cargo. They were dressed in these robes. We thought they were probably like a troubadour or something like that, coming in with goods for Red Larch. And as far as I know, as I heard, somebody else said who survived, who was injured now. It was my brother's cousin. My wife's cousin said that they put it down, and this container, they put it down, and then they just ran, and guards started coming to approach it to figure out what it was, and then that was it. That's all she remembers before she woke up.
bloody hell.
Yeah, and she's really badly injured.
More robes, more cultists of some sort.
The Red Larch got attacked by like the Blackguard from the beginning of Final Fantasy IV. It's like, hey, yeah, ignore me and keep going. That's fine.
I mean, they've got that big sinkhole too. I'm just remembering that from last year. Oh my
Yep.
god.
Yeah, there's a giant sinkhole that
That's right.
had been put there. Although they probably trying to fill that in, imagine. But yeah.
Wow.
And then another attack. Boom!
Okay.
Something.
Yeah. Okay. Right. We get our shit together. We tie up our loose ends, and time to mount up, and then take a slight detour and get Gira, and then mount up again.
Okay. All right. So you guys are now heading back towards Red Larch. So let's go ahead and pop up some traveler. This is Red Larch. Right. Very good. So you guys are on the way. You're on your way. I'm going to. Actually, I need to probably go back over here. I suppose people probably want to see this as well.
The Sands Brothers music troupe isn't called Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's
My God, it's been him all along.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's too bad we couldn't talk to Nalasker about that weird crystal thing, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I want to ask him about that for sure.
Just narratively speaking, and like statistically, Lisanne has so much family that chances are one of them must be the big bad.
That's true, actually. Just playing the odds.
That's your brother.
No, my brother's fine. You already found out all his deal. It's fine.
Yeah. All right, guys. So you're on the road. I'm going to say that there's not going to be any attacks on the road. There's way too many.
I know, we're
people.
looking for orc tracks.
Oh, that's fine. You can do that. Look for orc tracks if you wish.
Yeah, we're just all the way back. We're gonna be. I'm gonna be like full out ranger mode. This is my area up here. So.
Okay.
Checking all the things.
All right. So I'm gonna go with your passive perception, which is still very, very high, and you do not see any fresh orc tracks heading up this way.
Oiled. Okay.
Yeah. However, there's no attack on you guys as you come up towards Red Larch, and if anybody wanted to attack, it's a sizable amount of people coming in that direction, so it would be kind of a dumb idea.
Okay.
You would imagine. You're strength in numbers right now, so we're just gonna drag and drop you over here in just a second. Just remember, there's one other thing I need to do.
How long does it take us to get back? And we've been in town for a couple of days.
It takes. Let's find out. On horseback. So that's the other thing too. You guys aren't carrying a lot of goods. Oh, and by the way, when the half orc joins your party, there is a lot of tension that happens at first because they're like, ogre! And they're about to attack, but obviously you can wave them down there.
Ogre is friend, not foe.
He's our pet. Just leave him alone.
This actually is.
Come on, am I close?
He's cool.
Yes! I have another potion.
You do, eh? Excellent. That's fine.
Ken, we didn't forget Gira. We literally just said like a minute and a half ago that we're picking up Gira, and this is Gira now. We didn't forget him.
Reacting to Gira, like.
Yeah, no. As far as I can tell, you guys can get to. You can get back to Red Larch within the day, on horseback especially.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not bad at all.
So we're gonna go Fog of War, done like that. And I haven't put you guys on this map, and I probably should. You're coming back in from the south. So that means you're coming in from this side, correct?
I still see the Bartrite village.
Yeah, I know. I haven't moved you in yet. Oh, I haven't moved the.
I mean, I have my map of Red Larch, but.
Okay. Right, because it comes in from the south. Okay. Oh wait, no. You guys are coming in from. Well, it's coming in from the south, but you're coming in from the Cairn Road. So no, you guys are actually over here. I'm glad I'm checking the map.
We're coming in from the east of Red Larch.
Yeah.
Like where Bartrite is southeast of Red Larch, but the road kind of curves in.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
we're coming right through the middle of town.
The Cairn Road. Come at it from roadside. It's fine.
Normally you would have better view, but there's a lot of smoke, just so you know, in and around the area. So I'm giving you a more constricted view. So we're going to drag you over now, drop you off, and there you are.
Little bitty.
Okay.
Oh, there.
Where the hell is that? Oh, that's on the outskirts of town. Oh, I know that is. Okay. I recognize it.
Is that the old... Okay, for Ken, I'll answer your question. It is new. This is new. The other one, the sinkhole that people are talking about had happened. That's in another place, and it has been filled in to a large degree.
Oh, is there another sinkhole we can't see yet because of Fog of War?
Well, no.
No, this was in the chat. Well, okay, maybe they could see it beforehand. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'll explain things in a moment. All right, so you guys are inching forward, I guess. You're gonna keep on going forward. Yeah.
Yeah, we're coming into town. What do we see?
So anyway, to give you the idea of what's happening, you come in, and as you're approaching, you see this massive plume of smoke, just. And it's not a fire smoke, right? It doesn't look like there's anything on fire. If it was, it's been put out. But this smoke is just rising. It almost looks like still dust and debris lingering in the air, crazily enough. So that's what you see as you're coming forward.
This is something even like not even from yesterday, or I guess whatever happened must have happened 2 days ago. It takes a day.
To get here.
Yeah.
So if we're still seeing like smoke and dust in the air, there's something new and or still ongoing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty freaky.
Okay, so what if this is smoke rising from something or just a cloud of smoke above the town?
It's just coming up from the ground and it's just above the town, yeah.
It's coming up from the ground everywhere or from one spot?
One spot. Well, it seems like one spot.
Ahead of us on the road or right where we are?
Yep, so if you stay on the Cairn Road, which is where you guys are on, if you march straight up that road, you'll find it.
Okay, so we see it ahead of us on the road?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a token for Gira as well?
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. Where's Gira? Where did I leave you? I left you by the river, didn't I? Sorry, Gira. Sorry. Okay, we'll grab you. Control.
Gira.
Pop him in right there. Oh, Jesus, he's huge. All right, so shrink him down a bit.
He is. I mean, he's a half ogre, man.
So we could have all just like got on his shoulders and rode him back. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right. Very good.
Goodness.
Now, if you guys come across any town guard, obviously they're going to be questioning the ogre. But yes, so you guys can keep moving forward.
Yes.
Okay.
And what do we see in terms of people?
In terms of people, there's not a lot of people on the streets right now. It's more or less empty. Ahead of you, you can hear some sort of commotion and clatter when it comes to sort of people barking orders about certain things. You're too far away to hear exactly what's being said, but something is being.
And this
said.
area that we're in, we're just right at the western or the eastern edge of town here. I mean, our buildings destroyed, crops burned, trees down.
You don't see
everything just perfectly normal.
In this particular area where you are, there doesn't seem to be anything out of place.
What can we smell?
Yeah, good one.
You smell.
Does it smell like smoke? Does it smell like burning?
It smells like
sulfur?
No, there's no way to really describe the smell. It's just different.
Burnt electronics?
Dusty.
Tires?
So, I mean, we're not smelling fire. We're not smelling smoke.
No.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a thing.
Yep. Does it smell like rotten eggs? No.
It'd be a classic sign of a fireball. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we'll advance forward. I mean, do we just want to walk down the road? Do we want to split up? Do we want to go off road? I mean, I think it's fair to say we're probably we've got our weapons drawn and are kind of looking cautious. Should we call out?
Yeah.
Maybe we should call out.
Oh, maybe.
Well, you guys called out. That's fine. You do get the attention of the guard, or at least some of the guard. They do turn around and they brandish their weapons and they start hollering for orders to defend position and get ready to attack.
Well, I mean, okay, these guards are these city guards that we know, we recognize.
And I go, "Hey, Fred, it's me. It's okay." You know.
Yeah.
We know these people. I grew up here.
Right, and they immediately recognize your voice, and it's like, what? Because they're looking beyond you. They're looking beyond you. They look at the ogre. It's just, what's that thing?
Yeah. He's with us. Believe this or not, he's
cool.
with us. What happened here?
It is still being decided. We don't really know. We've sent for somebody who knows of these. It's hard to tell. It seems like something magical, but we don't know what.
Can you describe what happened?
I'm tired of not getting information. Someone knows something other than weird shit happened. We don't know. Well,
what happened?
Weird shit?
Yeah. So
you describe the shit in question.
Yeah. So they say, well, regarding the reports that they have collected by the people who are still alive, there were some travelers that came in on the town they were carrying some cargo. They placed it down, disappeared, and shortly thereafter. He starts naming some names, like you could say like Roy and Jeffrey or whoever.
Okay.
They went to check it because it just seemed odd that they would just leave cargo near the middle of the street.
Kidding.
They're missing. They can't even find them, the pieces of them. They can't find anything.
Was there an explosion?
It was a big flash, and then the ground shook, and buildings are gone. People are missing. People are wounded from debris. We're thinking it was maybe an explosion, but it didn't give off the sound of an explosion. There was no crack. So
just a silent flash. Buildings have been destroyed and people are gone.
Yeah.
Is my pie shop okay? Oh my god. I don't ask because I think I come back as the widow. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about Tao.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, because I'm not changing while the band's around, so no, I'm still gonna have to be the widow for now. Tao may not have gotten back from Belliard yet, or whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we're gonna go like this.
So we're just show us what's happened. Where did I guess we can see it. Can we see it from where we are?
Yeah, you're getting closer to being able to see it.
Okay.
So as you guys continue to move up.
Okay, so that's through the center of town now. I don't have where's my list of what these buildings are? I don't remember where that is.
You guys can keep moving up. It gets thicker and thicker in terms of the dust and debris as you get closer and closer. But you can't actually see.
Okay.
Okay, there's Oh my god, it's Dalaran landed in the middle of our town.
Yes, it looks
Or took
like
off in the middle of your
edge
town.
there.
Or that. Oh, are we seeing a sinkhole?
It is a crater.
Okay.
But yeah,
There's this little golden ring around it, though.
yeah, that's just to mark it. That's the only graphic I could find that looked remotely cool.
Oh, okay.
So, sorry, that's what that is. But yes, yeah, you can see that, and the ground around it, all the way up and around it, is all cracked and crumbled. Like something definitely went off. It was a silent explosion, though.
Silent but deadly.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ground here is cracked up pretty good. Can we walk around this?
You can.
Is there anything active still going on?
This is
It's
all
just
rough
a
terrain
hole
as
in the
well.
ground with smoke coming out of it,
Yes,
or something
exactly.
that looks like smoke coming out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're breathing it now. You're coughing on it. It's like it's dust. It's dirt. It's granulated fine powder stone and maybe wood particles or something like that. Just sort of like lingering in the air.
Okay.
So you're probably covering up your face, I'd imagine, at this point.
Okay. And then let's walk around this thing. I can only see this edge of it.
Okay. So this is definitely rough terrain.
I'm going to see how big this is.
Okay. So I'm just going to kind of go from here to here, I guess.
I'm gonna pick up a big chunk of wooden debris. For reasons.
We just move it around like this, I guess.
I has rock.
Wooden debris. See.
Do you want a
Wooden
rock?
has better reach usually.
Why can I not do this?
Rocks don't usually have very good melee reach. You gotta
Come
throw
on.
them.
It's not finishing my... Damn it. There it is. There. Now then. That's what you see.
So,
As you kind of get in
and
and around
that's a hole? It looks like a dome or an eye or something.
No, it
It's
is
creepy.
definitely concave, not convex.
All right.
It's just a
I'm
hole
gonna
in the
go to-
ground.
I'm gonna go to the edge and look down.
Yeah, let's look all the way around it.
Okay.
And maybe toss a non-melee rock into it.
They're attacked by 12 tentacles.
Yep.
Ah!
So you get
Sorry,
up,
Pit.
you get up to the corner of it there, and you're tossing a rock inside.
Well, I'll look first.
Okay, so you're looking first. You don't see anything of suspect other than it just looks like devastation. Also, you know this place pretty well, and this is
Not as well as
this
the song,
this
but
is
yeah.
roughly the area you'd imagine, right in this area, somewhere kind of nearby, maybe even right in the center. Is your shop?
Don't say it. No!
No. Your shop was down south of this, wasn't it?
No.
It's fine. It's fine. No, it can be. It's
Okay.
fine. Oh my god! What about Moira?
Yeah.
I turn to one of the guards and just like start shaking him. Like they don't even like. Again, I'm still supposed to be the widow, but I'm still like breaking a little and saying, "What happened to Moira?"
Moira is missing.
Oh, okay. And I asked the same guard. Any of my family? Do you know anything about my family? Carwin's here with me, of course. They
Yeah.
know him too.
Carwin is actually heading on, trying to get in and around. He's with you right now, but he's motioning that he wants to really. He's telling you that he really wants to get to the. He wants to get to the farm to see what's going on, to see if anybody's okay. He's really concerned now after seeing this. Yeah.
Yeah, and my brother and his one of my other brothers and his wife have a place here in town, like a shop here in town. Where's my stuff? That's Iolin? Yes.
Yeah, no, that shop is actually okay, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of innocence. Innocence lost. And you can only imagine, you know, it seems like a direct attack on one person in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Because
What the hell did I do?
that would insinuate certain knowledge of certain things.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people that know things, but this feels like elemental cultist shit, and I don't know how they would.
It's thick. This whole thing is thick. All right, so so anyway, Mora is indeed missing. Do you guys want to hang around and figure out more of what's happening here? Do you want to go visit the wounded? Do you want to continue on to go see the farm? If you don't go and see the farm,
I think we need to search the site for any possible remaining pies.
Yeah. Also, like when I was looking down the hole, like how deep does it go?
It's a sizable, you know, in depth, but it's probably it's no more than maybe 6-7 feet, just concave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But
So
that's
just
6 or
impression. It's
7
not
feet
like it
down.
goes down into like a tunnel system or some shit.
No. It's you
It's
can
just
see
another
the center of it.
sinkhole,
It
and your
feels
building is gone.
It feels like whatever could set this off just like disintegrated or teleported a chunk away.
Maybe.
I mean, we're not seeing like
Does it-
high splatters and building splatters spread out all around the square, are we?
No, and in fact,
Huh.
with the idea that what it could have happened is, you know, like I mentioned, you're kind of seeing sort of like small bits, almost not disintegrated, right? Because it's not disintegrated, but it's small powder fine wood chips and powder fine stone and powder fine dirt, and everything just seems to be like fine.
Maybe it was imploded as opposed to exploded. Did anyone witness this thing go off?
The people who are probably the best witnesses were too close to survive. The people who are wounded, there are a couple of reports of a couple of individuals who were looking in that direction when things went down, but again, they're knocked out. The best information that the guards have right now is how they know sort of what the dress code was of the people that they believe are responsible for leaving whatever was here there, and then leaving.
Well, that's good information. We'll definitely get that from the guards, and then probably talk to
Yeah.
the wounded.
No, okay. In terms of what we're actually seeing, you're saying it's about 6 or 7 feet deep. It's just a dirt concave. Are we seeing there's several houses and buildings on both sides of this road that are gone. I'm looking from my map. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, there's like 7, 8, 9, 10 buildings here gone. Is there debris? Are we seeing boards?
I just mentioned that. No.
Blood? Are we seeing? There's like nothing. It's just a nice clean edge.
Nice clean
and
edge.
everything in that edge is gone.
Or just floating into the air.
So how do people get wounded? People who are watching this, what did they get wounded from?
Well,
if nothing blew out.
If you were to go and check on them, which I suppose you go. Yeah,
I want to go see wherever people are hurt. If there's a hospital, clinic, or whatever, I got to go there.
Okay. So yeah, you go there and you find a few people. Oh, and by the way, your brother is at this point, unless you can convince him otherwise, he's gonna go.
Oh, he was heading to the farm. Yeah, that's good.
He's gone.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch it turn out the farm's gone too.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so you see the wounded, and the wounded are there, and they're in different states of shock. Some are asleep, some are like wide open, wide awake, but they don't seem to be having a tremendous amount of pain. They seem kind of weird. Yeah, you could say shock, but when you see the injuries, it seems like the for instance the edge of their arms and stuff like that. Their arm is removed up to the elbow, but
clean.
It's just clean. It's just.
Is this person awake? Were you right at the edge of this? I mean, were you walking and your arm was in the edge of this event?
He gives you the best he can, because he's in shock, but you know he's not like in shock. He can definitely convey information.
Well, it's been a couple of days,
yeah.
So he's either still unconscious because he's almost dead, or you know.
Yeah, no. So he tells you that right. Oh, well, if I can just click and hold. I want to click and hold right there. So basically, he tells you that he lived on the corner. He lived in a house right here, basically.
That one there.
He was inside his house. That was the thing. He was inside his house when all of a sudden something happened. His arm was missing. He stood up, stumbled backwards, and there was a bright flash and everything, as far as he can remember. He couldn't see anything, and then he wakes up, you know, and somebody's looking after him on a cot.
And he's disarmed.
Ew.
Oh, disarmed.
So yeah, that's the sort of thing that you have, and there's other people with various states of that. Usually, you don't see, mostly just see arms or like even almost half torsos, but there's legs missing for some, and if you get their report, they were laying down, they were like in bed, like just kind of like lounging around, and they lost their legs.
Okay, so I want to talk to whoever has been nursing them. Like, were they bleeding? Was it cauterized? I mean, was it?
Yeah, no. So you learn really fast in terms of the actual damages that were done. The damages were clean in terms of its form, But yeah, no, there was definitely bleeding profusely, you know, of...
All right. So
yeah.
cleanly cut off, but not cauterized or sealed.
Yeah, not sealed.
Drop like a Vorpal bomb.
Yeah, kind of disgusting.
Doesn't actually make sense, but yeah.
No.
So.
Bloody hell.
So you can only imagine if anybody was caught in the middle of it. You know,
Yeah.
you could be breathing them in right now. That's a lovely thought.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Very hard to tell the difference between like teleported and disintegrated, although it seems more like disintegrated if there's all this like particulate debris.
Yeah.
Like less like magical disintegration, even though it's obviously magic, more like what we would call disintegration in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something's just been converted to dust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Yep. Not fun.
Okay. Well, I'll be spending whatever spells I have today, helping here, doing whatever I can if there's anything that needs doing, and again, we need descriptions. Whoever saw these people and what we need some details, like how many were there. You said they're in robes. What color, insignia? Did they come from the north, the south, the east, the west? This thing they left behind, was it the size of a bread box, or was it a whole wagon load of boxes?
Yeah.
Like,
And the information that you collect for that.
Details.
Yeah. The information that you collect is, because I'm not going to make you roll for it. It's fine.
And where was it put? Was it put outside the door of Tao's pie shop?
Yeah, it was not right outside the door, but pretty damn close.
Yeah. It seemed pretty targeted.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the idea. It comes from the... yeah, okay, there it is. It's actually on the map here. Sorry. From Larch Path. That is where they hailed from. They entered the city from Larch Path. Larch Path is... I may as well reveal the area.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we have the opportunity to check the town out. And...
Yeah, since it doesn't appear to actually be a combat encounter.
So Larch Path will go right back up to the stone trail, and then if you turn and go across, it goes to Belliard. Yeah.
So basically, it takes you through the Discern Valley, or the
orcs.
The
orcs did it.
Somber Hills and such. Yeah, the orcs. They for them to have stuff like this is not common, but you can choose to believe whatever. Or explosion, yes. Orcs they don't like magic as much as they like just straight up slaughter. So,
what else is up there?
You find out the Red Larch, the Larch Path, that goes, through the Somber Hills, specifically. And that is one of the ways, is it not? Yeah, that is the path that you guys took early on in the adventure.
That's what we took to go up toward Belliard.
Yeah.
That's exactly where we went.
Yeah.
We went up, yes, like to the end of it, to the stone, and crossed the River Desarn there at the bridge.
Mm-hmm. That is where you guys definitely went through. That was your beginning adventure path.
Yeah.
Of the main adventure.
We've made a big circle here.
I mean, we can't really just start marching north to see what we see. It's not viable, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
I mean, you if you left and went in that direction, you would be heading towards the Stone Bridge and Belliard. You could find out if there's anything happening over in that end of the world. The Red Larch is the only thing that you know about in terms of like this sort of thing happening. That's the only details you know. It's happened in Red Larch. Has it happened in other places? You don't know yet.
Okay.
Maybe it has. Hasn't.
And
it's possible they hit Belliard first, but I don't know. It feels too personal.
Mm-hmm.
If this had happened at the farm, we would see another plume, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're not that.
You should check the farm though.
Well, we're going to have to check the farm before we leave. Absolutely. I mean, we can't run out. Just anyway, let's get a description. Let's get that description of how many people came in, how big whatever it was they had. Give us something to go on.
A description.
So we know it if we see it again. If we go hauling up the road, I want to know if we're looking, there's the camp and they have a bread box this big that's blue, and we go, oh, well, that's whatever. And that's exactly what they blew this up with. We need to know what we're looking for. That's all.
The crate container looked like a normal crate container. Looked like it could have held ham for, all you know. But the
generic FPS shooter crate that we can blow up for
exactly.
ammo.
You know,
Okay.
with the lower resolution because they didn't want to put that much memory into it. Yeah, but yes, no, it was looks like that. And in terms of the people carrying it, one person in particular, give me an investigation check. For this one, you have to have an investigation check.
Okay.
For this one,
Hooray, I'm helping.
Yes, you are.
26.
Oh, that's also a crit. So, somebody who happens to be there, they're in such a state of clarity for whatever reason. Like, you know, sometimes you see things and you forget everything because it's so horrific, and sometimes you see something and you remember every little detail because it's burned right in. Yeah. So this person is in that state. Remembers every little detail, and remembers they had an insignia of almost like a bowl, like a bowl they had on their chest. It looked like a
bowl.
Yeah, like it was just a cup or like a, and you guys know that
Water cultists.
Yeah, that would be what you would assume.
Gee, do we know where? Have we had any hint as to where? Because I mean, we've gotten the whole like, okay, there's 4 element stuff going on, but have we gotten any hint that there's a water temple anywhere? Because I mean, we've got the earth and the fire.
It's the Temple of Elemental Evil is probably all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like metagaming from the name of the adventure.
Yep. Well, you guys even have the. Don't you still have that orb? You still have that orb, don't you? The one that gives.
You never got rid of the glowing orb.
Yeah, I have the glowing orb.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you can almost say you can pull that out and show it to them, and be like, oh, this. Oh, sorry, I had the.
Sorry, what? I don't understand.
Sorry, I had the insignia wrong. That was there. It was actually like an X with like an X standing on land. You know, it's like a cross on the bottom and
an X with the bottom closed up, sort of thing.
Yeah.
The orb, when we found the orb, there was like a symbol with it that had like the 4 elements and maybe like a 5th thing in the middle, like the 4 symbols. I don't remember exactly.
That was on the orb?
That was on the orb, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't understand. You're like, why would I pull out the orb? Do we need more light right now? Okay, but the orb has the 4 elemental symbols.
Yes.
Okay, that's quite, yeah, all right.
Okay.
Then I will do that then.
Okay.
Yeah, for anybody watching in terms of the viewage, yeah, it's the symbol on the bottom left of the map.
Oh, we don't have that.
For you guys, for your reference, I can show you. It'll be polygon reveal. Let's just, you know what? Let me just get rid of all of this. You guys can see the rest of the town. It's fine.
That's what we thought you were going to do last time.
Yeah.
Guys,
Like, we're not...
There it is.
I'm gonna be gone for just 1 minute. You go ahead. Yeah, just go ahead. I'll be right back.
So it's the one in the bottom left.
Yes, so bottom left. So it looks like that. The X with the
Okay.
bottom closed in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they have made a direct attack on Pi.
They did. Can't let that go.
No.
Yeah, we have to get revenge for the pie hole.
So I don't know what the 4 symbols. Have we gotten any? Have we seen any other symbols anywhere else? Can we start to associate things with
Seems
whatever?
like a million Earth Cult guys. Do we know which one of these symbols they had?
Yeah, the Earth Cult, you've seen that. That would look more like the... I'm making sure I get it right this time. I won't just talk again. Oh, the triangle with the bar up the middle.
Okay, in the top right?
Top right.
Yeah. So you see it in the top
And presumably the bottom right, we're going to assume might be water, because it looks like a bubble being poured in.
Yeah, and then the top left would be like lightning or something for the wind, maybe.
From the sky. So is this
one
like
looks
a fire? Campfire?
Looks like a campfire.
The fire is actually going to be the bowl with the little stick sticking up.
Oh.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
So, I mean, the bottom left symbol, do we have anything that has hinted so far as to what that might be? We've seen a lot of elemental shit. We've got arcane knowledge, history knowledge. What's the symbol at the bottom left?
You haven't seen anything that tells you exactly what that is.
Okay, so it's either air or water, since apparently fire is actually the bowl.
Yeah. That's why I thought it was different. I thought the bowl was the water, but it's not.
You know, I'm thinking like disintegrations and shit feels more air-like.
Mm-hmm.
other than like whoosh things left, was there any secondary effects people reported throughout all this? Was there any lightning? Was there, sounds?
Prior to the attack, no, nothing out of the ordinary. Well, except for everything has been out of the ordinary for a while. But no, and in this particular circumstance, it was just a normal day.
Hmm.
No reason to think something crazy like this was going to happen.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, for the actual event itself.
Oh, for the event itself, no. As far as every single account was flash of lights, and that was it. There was no sound, just kind of quick and over. And yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we still have nothing to go on then.
Yeah, we have no.
Except
we
for
have
which way
actually
the guys had come in from the Larch Road up ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
And there was that.
I mean, maybe we can go that way and look for tracks. I mean, I guess it's only been 2 days.
2 days.
And it hasn't, the weather's been fine. You didn't say anything about it's been raining lately or anything like that. So, and they brought things in with what? They brought this crate in on a wagon?
No, actually, they said it was carried.
Carried?
Yeah, carried in.
Okay, but still, that might be something we could track because it's a group of people, and probably they have to put down the crate every now and again for rest.
Mm-hmm.
So if we did just randomly leave on the North Road, maybe that's something we could just, do a bunch of survival checks along the way. I mean, we do have a ranger.
Doesn't the ranger, doesn't the ranger have humanoid or humans as a favorite? I know orcs is a favorite, but doesn't she have somebody else?
Yeah, I doubt she picked humans.
Oh yeah?
Could be wrong.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I suppose she has it in her notes there, but yeah, where's my big map? So you guys, hello, welcome back.
Hi, sorry guys. The heat and the headache. I'm feeling kind of.
Well, I think we were only going to go for a
queasy.
couple hours. Didn't Briar say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're basically getting towards the end of it here.
Okay.
Because it is hot. It's ridiculously hot.
It's nice down outside. It's actually pretty good, but it's still over the 30s in here. And with the headache, I'm just feeling like I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah.
But that's all. It's fine. I'm okay. It's most of it passed. Just cold water all over. It's fine. So what have we learned? We have learned good things.
Quickly, or you guys can go ahead and tell.
We just learned which one of these symbols that they had on the thing. It's the X-looking thing from the bottom left of the map. It's apparently not the fire symbol. Otherwise, the only piece of information we have is that they came from the large path up north. That's basically the only evidence we have at all that we can use to act on. So
do we know what that symbol is? Is it an elemental thing?
It's one of the 4 elemental culty sort of symbols we know because we had the orb that we found early on had all 4 symbols together.
Right.
And
yeah.
We know that's one of them. We don't technically know which one.
Interestingly.
So what would that be?
The orb that you have.
Water.
The symbols in and around that you see are also color coded. So this one is a bluish color.
Oh.
Okay. Is it like a stylized goblet? Just.
No, it's
He did describe
it's
something.
Not the bowl one.
Goblet earlier, didn't he?
I don't know what they are.
No.
Anyway,
Okay.
we don't have any evidence other than the north path, so maybe we just go up the north path and see if you can ranger anything up, find any trail or
find
something.
the footprints of these guys that are carrying a box, maybe putting it down every now and again to rest. So maybe that's something we can use to identify it. It's only a couple of days ago. It's been dry. That's it's pretty thin. It's very thin, but it's literally the only thing we've got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can't go all the way up the road because I will want to go back to the farm and make sure my family's okay, or go to my brother. My brother Iolin has got a shop here in town. I could go by and check and see if he's even there or if he's run home too. But anyway, but yeah, I'd go definitely a little ways out of town and do some rangery things and see what we find.
Yeah.
Okay, so it makes it quick, really, because you're on horseback, and you can travel a lot further without taking as much time. Give me first of all, give me a survival check, just to see if you
It's all you.
can find that find those footprints and no. So
What?
it's weird. It seems like this whole area is sort of windswept a bit. For whatever reason, like wind does kind of blow around this area pretty harsh, but you don't really find any set of definite footprints. There's too many people walking back and forth apparently.
Okay, well that went well.
Yeah. You find an accordion.
I found an accordion and
Hooray.
I tripped my horse on it. It was great. Yeah.
The windswept accordion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that went well. All right.
So do you guys want to continue up that way and see if you can check again after you go for a while? Maybe you can search for something else instead of footprints?
Just randomly wander through like the wilderness that's
weird.
a week from us to Belliard. I mean, maybe they didn't carry the crate too far. Maybe they have a little camp. Maybe they had a wagon that carried the crate to just outside of town, and then they walked it in. I guess. Like,
I don't know.
you got to give us something to go on, man. You got to give us something to go on.
A day? Was it a day to get from the barge right in? So we got here at night? Is that? Am I understanding our times correctly?
Yeah. No, it didn't take you the full day. You got here within the day. It is now getting on into the late afternoon. Yeah.
Well, if that's the distance, looking at the map, we could go as far as the quarry and get back easily.
The quarry, yeah, that's true.
Oh,
We've had
the abandoned quarry. That's the thing that you guys avoided the last time you went through there. Yeah.
Well, I didn't say I was going into the quarry. I'm just saying we go up the road just to that area.
Sure.
Like that, about that far and back.
If we don't find anything, we could, as people in chat suggested, we could recruit a bunch of townspeople to do like just a sweep. You always walk through in a line, call out if you find anything.
Yeah,
No.
like a full-on sweep. And in fact, there's still guards and such like that. They can organize that sort of thing for you.
Yeah.
Because I mean, everybody, the people who aren't sad are incredibly angry. So they're it has the opposite effect on some people, where they want to really stand up and do something, and there are some people who are ready to do that. Okay, so you guys can arrange that sort of thing and then go to the farm, or do you want to go to the farm or not go to the farm and just go up that way yourself with them?
Well, how long does it take to get to the farm?
Well, apparently
not even 30 minutes on horseback.
Well, then of course we're going to go to the farm. I thought we'd done that already.
Well, no.
we have, as far as I know, we haven't actually done that yet. But if we can't find anything on this road, then we're just going to the farm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll
so
be spending the night there.
Yeah, you didn't see anything on that way up the road. So yes, you can head on to the farm.
I don't find my brother at his shop.
No.
It's closed. Okay, then off to the farm. Let's go.
Yeah. It actually has a note on it, which probably seems kind of nice. The note says closed until further notice.
Okay, then we're going home.
Okay. So yeah, you go to the farm, and the farm, there it is. So the farm that you have is rather empty. You do see your brother, the bard. He's there. What's his name again? I can't remember.
Carwin.
Carwin. Okay, so Carwin is there. He's looking around. He meets you outside front of the main house, and he says there's nobody here. I did find this note though, saying that if I came this way, that everybody has moved due to reasons of danger. They have decided to take a sojourn to the high forest.
They just left the whole farm?
The whole family and kids and everything have gone to the high forest.
Yep, something spooked them enough apparently to just leave.
And they don't say what?
No, well, they say...
Of course not.
Bad weather, orcs, disease.
No, they do reference the attack on Red Larch.
So they just left today.
They left after the attack on Red Larch. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, all right, that's reasonable. That's an explanation.
Yeah, it's dated and everything. Yeah, so yeah, it's.
Okay, so they just left. There was this attack, and Gethin took the wife and the kids, and Iolin's daughter and husband. They all left.
Yeah, everybody's just gone. They traveled together apparently and just left.
Wow.
on their way, hopefully, to get to the High Forest.
They're looking for Daddy.
Maybe looking for
Holy.
safety. Safety right now. Everything seems kind of crazy. Absolutely.
That's a hike, though.
Mhm.
Holy crap!
It is, and a dangerous
Did they
one.
say what? Did they say which route they were taking?
Yeah, well, they didn't say specifically, but you know intrinsically which way to go, because that's the quickest route from that farm to the High Forest is, or at least the safest and the quickest route, would be...
There's no such thing right now.
No. But they would, you know, yeah, there's no fast way, sorry. So no, they would just hit up the main road to Westbridge. That'll be the way they would take.
Westbridge. Where the hell is Westbridge? Why do I not know this?
Westbridge is directly north of Red Larch.
North. So they've gone north and then down the stone trail through Belliard.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be going through that whole area where the orcs were that were... Well, maybe there weren't any in that area. Delman's Ranch is further north than that.
That
Okay.
place was obliterated by you guys. If there's any orcs around there at the moment, they're not too much of a threat, you'd imagine. Especially to your family who are adept anyway, protecting themselves.
I think you had said they were, like at the Delman Ranch, they were coming more from the east, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so they shouldn't be too bad going through. Well, I mean, okay, if the whole family... Who the hell lives at home? There's Gethin, his wife, 3 children, Iolin, his wife and daughter, and Urian, the youngest, my next older brother, all live there. And Aaron's been living there too. Holy.
Yeah.
So Govanen is the ranger and Carwin is the bard. They're the only ones that don't live at home. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 men, 2 women, and 4 children.
Yep.
Holy.
Again, statistically, one of those is probably our big bad.
It's Spain, the 2-year-old daughter.
I was
She's
just saying
the
it's one of the
chosen
kids.
one.
It's the biggest cluster of NPCs.
Oh my goodness.
Just trying to move this
Okay.
over so some people can see the actual map where the High Forest is. High Forest is there.
But you know, it's like 2 farmers, a merchant, and a herbalist, for God's sakes. These are not the big fighters. Let's go Vannon and I. These are
Yeah.
Okay, so farm is abandoned. So now where do we go do whatever?
Well, it's probably night by now. This is it. We stay here for the night.
Barge in and camp out the farm.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
That's fair enough.
Question is that.
Okay.
Well, if anyone's hunting us, then at least we pull the action away from the city.
There
We
is
definitely
that.
set up a watch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely set up a watch.
All right, and yeah, just for the sake of, well, I guess heat and headaches and such like that, we are going to call the end of the stream here. And as you guys rest, we're going to find out what happens in regards to... People are missing, which is sad. You can only imagine the people that are missing are probably just going to stay missing. Just kind of think that. But... When it comes to the farm being safe, that's one thing. Family, as far as you know, your family, the whole Elvish family, half Elvish family, is safe, ish, and they're on the road anyway. And
Because that's been so safe.
yeah, and you have successfully done what you needed to do in Bardrite, so that whenever you find Alaska again, you have some things owing you, and possibly even more story to develop on that side of things. So. There's that.
Okay.
Okay. And you did exceptionally well. I don't know, as being DM, this is probably one of those interesting bits when it comes to something in my head. What do I do when it comes to putting in the mystery and you guys having to figure out that mystery? I don't want to like just start giving information out because it's like, that's no longer a mystery.
Yeah, no.
But,
Mysteries are good.
But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I fail sometimes with not giving enough, and it makes it kind of frustrating to figure out what to do next. But you guys did pretty good, I think. Everything seems to be pretty good. Anyway, that is going to be the end of this stream, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. There wasn't a lot of fighting. In fact, I don't think there was any fighting this time around.
Not today.
But there was a lot of story development. You guys know more about Eric and his past, and also Eric's brother and what's going on there. It's still a little bit interesting. Tao has successfully done exactly what she needed to do inside of Bardrite, to some measure of successfulness, which is going to be sort of talked about later when she meets back up with Nalasker, if and when I should say. And also with Lasan, your family is currently okay as far as you know. And yeah, you guys are going to probably figure out who did this attack on Red Larch next time. So
We have to figure out a way to have the widow leave and to have Tao come back.
Maybe
I don't know,
if
if
she
running
came
around
back
town.
a day early and she was killed in the pie shop explosion.
Yeah, if you wanted to get rid of Tao, she's gone.
that would be interesting.
Oh, there's a thing.
Yeah. That is very interesting. If you wanted to. And if you don't want to,
No.
you can say that you went to the farm upstate, which technically you do have a farm upstate.
Either way, you could say that she went to the farm upstate.
Yes, right. You bought the farm.
No, we're going to have to see what we want to do with that one, because there's a lot of different possibilities.
Yeah.
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 I mean, she did leave with the group to Belliard, which was then attacked by orcs as well. I mean, and she did legitimately lose an eye somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
This is true. Yeah. Any one of those circumstances could have met the end of the pie maker. So,
I don't know, maybe she's just still convalescing somewhere.
There you go. Okay.
or maybe she's a cultist.
It could be.
Could be kind of a sneaky character by nature. Makes good pies. Obviously, people who make good pies are dangerous. Okay, so yeah. Until next time, Quill, where can people find you?
You guys can find me at youtube.com/Quill18, twitch.tv/Quill18, and twitter.com/Quill18.
All the Quill 18s. Excellent. Demonac, where can people find you?
You can find all my stuff at demonac.com, and of course, the main thing is Tales from My D&D campaign at youtube.com/demonac.
Very good. And a kiss for luck.
I'm a kiss for luck everywhere.
It's so nice to be able to do that.
It is. Yeah, it really is.
And obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, you know where I'm at on YouTube. YouTube.com/Briarstone with a D. And here, obviously, watching it live, it's twitch.tv/Briarstone, not with a D. And yeah, that's going to be good for that. Social media and all that stuff, you can find me on Twitter, .com/Briarstone_LP. I need to buy my name out in other places if I ever can, so I can just have the easy stuff you guys have, whatever. Anyway, so next time then, everybody, we'll see you later. Thanks for everything.
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh.